Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing the Rhinoceronte. It's a tank that I actually really love. I think it is a fantastic tank, and currently, in my opinion, one of the best tier 10 tanks in the game. Yes, I mean, I said it when I first reviewed the tank. I think the tank is fantastic, and honestly, at the moment in time, I do think that this is one of the best tanks in tier 10 at the moment. Again, this is my opinion. It is up to, you know, if you don't agree, that is absolutely fine, but just everything about the tank I think is great. Now, the armor profile could be better, but I think if it did have better armor, then it would be kind of OP. The turret is 205mm, so the turret is nice and strong. However, there are weak points, and the hull is actually quite weak. So you've got to remember, if you are on flat ground, you are going to get penetrated all day long. Now, your damage per minute is 2,592. Again, not the best, but we have to remember it is an auto reloader, so you're not going to have the best DPM. So again, that is something to bear in mind. So don't just look at the DPM and think, oh, that's very low, because it's not that low considering compared to other tier 10 heavy tanks. It's not that different. Yes, there are some heavy tanks with 3,000, but overall it's not much difference. You've got a 3.33 second intra clip, and of course you do have 2 shells in your magazine. Now, the first shell that you shoot is 8.33 seconds plus the 333 seconds, and then the second shell 9.72. so it's not got the reserve shell, which is good. I do like that. It's just got the standard 2 shells, so you could play it as, you know, you can shoot both shells, or you can just shoot one. If you do decide to shoot both shells, you haven't got a massive reload to wait, so it's not that much of a problem. Your penetration is 278 on your AP and 362 on your heat, so pretty decent pen. 70 on your HE. You've got a 420 alpha gun, 370 on your heat and 520 on your HE, so that will massively up your DPM if you can get that HE out. Your aim time is 3.2, so nothing too special, nothing great, you know, it's nothing too bad, but it's just kind of average. And your gun dispersion 0.335. Again, nothing too great, but not massively bad. You've got 7 degrees of gun depression, which again could be a little bit better, but I think 7 degrees is enough for what it is. And you have 40 kilometers per hour speed. So stat wise, looking at the stat wise, it's nothing like fantastic. It's nothing like, wow, that is a fantastic tank. It is average, you know, it does look average. It plays better than the stats show. So we're going to get into a game, a little bit of Ghost Factory. And again, one thing I don't like about the tank, and it's something really stupid, is the camo. I'm not a lover of this camo, to be fair. I think, again, it could be, I mean, it's okay. It could be better. It could be like, you know, a rhino or something. I don't know. It could be better. I'm not a lover of the camouflage, I do admit, but I love the look of the tank. I think the tank looks fantastic. The speed, I think, is fine. And all the stat wise is just fine. I don't look at any of the stats, apart from obviously the armor and the hull, but I don't look at any of the stats and think, yeah, you need to be much better. Because if they change any of the stats, if they change the aim time, the accuracy, the gun depression, the armor, if they change any of that and made it better, then I do think it would be a little bit overpowered. So I do think it's a very good tank, but really well balanced. It is really well balanced. Yes, it could do damage, but it also can take just as much damage. So you've got to play it the right way, really. You do have to play it the right way. And again, with the auto loader, you can play it as a single shotgun if you really want, or you can just play it as you fire both shots and then you reload both shells. It's really up to you how you want to play the tank, because again, if it has the reserve shell, then of course you've got to try your hardest not to shoot that reserve shell, because the DPM just dramatically decreases. It's got a massive reload. But I'd always say, even with this, if you like to play it as just a single shotgun, if you've got a shot to take and you've got one shell left, just take it, you know, just take it, because it's not forever. You're not going to reload for it. It's over just 9 seconds, which is not much different to a standard heavy tank, really. And you're still doing the alpha. I mean, there, 525 alpha and then a 420. And then I'm going to reload for 9 seconds. So you've got the standard, say an IS-7 with what, 12 seconds, 10, 11, 12 seconds reload. That does roughly a little bit more alpha, but sometimes around that alpha. So you've got less reload, so it just gives you that flexibility, whether you want to play it as a single shotgun or whether you do want to play it as a auto loader. It is totally up to you how you want to play the tank, and there is no right or wrong, because again, the reload is quite good for what it is. So just 2 tanks down. I mean, only sort of 2.5 minutes gone on the clock. Very, very easy. And things like here, you know, I'm going into the tank. I'm just going to wait a little bit just to see if I can reload that second shot. And then just before my Yag Tiger came in to try to steal the kill, I mean, he didn't steal the kill, we tried ramming. And then I thought, you know what, there's no need to reload that second shell. So I just took the shot. And I know it's only 3.3k damage, which isn't anything special, but you can do that on a regular basis. Now, these games that I'm showing you were actually back to back. Now, there's nothing special about the battles. Like, there's nothing like I do amazing or anything like that, but it's just that constant average damage, you know, the constant 3k damage, and it's very, very easy to do that. And again, the armor, as I've said, the armor's nothing too special, but you can still get bounces. I mean, we bounced a shot there from that 60 TP. As long as you try and hide your hull, then you can get bounces. But again, as you've just see there, like, the hull, it is very, very weak. You show your hull and you will be penetrated. And I just got smacked there by the waffle, and I've just lost 600 hit points straight away. So because of that, I do have to play a little bit more safe, because one more shot from one of these guys, especially the 60 TP or the waffle, then I'm potentially down to a one shot or a little bit more than a one shot. But it can be very dangerous if I do get shot again. So at the moment, 1300 damage. Let's just take the shot into the E100. And again, every time you see me play the Rhinoceronte, it's very rare that, unless I have to, it's very rare I reload both shells. Like, if there's targets available, then it is very rare. Now, I am going to reload both shells here, because there's no point me coming out sideways in front of these two. And in fact, I didn't even reload that second shell. I was less than a second away, so that was a mistake. I should have just waited just like an extra second, but stupidly I kind of panicked. The tanks were in front of me, had a shell, bang, just shot it. But you know, it's not the end of the world, again, because I only have a 9-second reload. So I've reloaded one shell here. I'm going to try and bait a shot from this E100, and again, if I do manage to bait it, I'm going to come out, and again, I'm going to take the shot. So stupid miss there. Again, that was totally my fault. I should have aimed, but we do manage to take him out for my second kill. And before you know it, just 2 tanks left alive. So let's just no, where are we going to go? I think that guy's going to die. So let's just see where we're going to go. I'm going to see where, you know, is it going to be the E6 I go towards? Yes, again, I do make a mistake. I should have just waited. And that is my problem a lot of the times. I'm impatient and I forget that it is an auto loader. But, you know, we're still going to manage to get the kill. And again, we didn't really perform too well, but we still managed the 3k damage. So let me know your thoughts of the Rhinoceronte. Again, I think it is at the moment one of the best tier 10 tanks in the game. Let me know your opinion in the comment below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.